Hey folks, this is the 14th of April 2013. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening UK time. It's about 8 o'clock for me in Qatar. Loving it. This is the Euro Dollar daily. I'm going to show the 1 hour and maybe go lower as well, but this is just to see which way I think this market's going to go. If you see the grey boxes I put along here, here, this is where the euro dollars managed to get to on several occasions, as you see, and something's happened. It's definitely an important point, and you see we're back here again. It's arguably in there too. You see it's just pinged off there, and we closed on Friday right on the 382 retrace of this big move, which happens to be, as you see, the line. This is the line that's just put on for the close. It goes right across here. That seems kind of significant, so go into a smaller time frame, and here's one I prepared earlier, and here's what I see when you zoom into the hourly. So I don't really nowadays pay much attention to head and shoulders and things like that. Perhaps I should, who knows, but what I see is the initial high here. So there you get the left shoulder, comes back down, and we come back on up, of course, and we get another high, and then a test here, which is kind of like your 886 that I'm always talking about, this 886 retrace, which I'm not in this, but I have been playing with the euro dollar recently, and see here, this is as high as we get, and we return to this point here, this retest of what I've called the head there on lower volume. So you can be kind of sure that this is as high as it's going to go. It does come back up again here for the next shoulder, but again, this is nigh on, I think that's an 886 also. We go from here to there. Yeah, you see it's just there on the 886, which to me suggests, as our friend Mr. Alcindor would call them, that's house cleaning. So that's getting rid of people who have moved their stops too soon before the market goes south, as Mr. Baines has said that he reckons it's going to, and I'm agreeing with him. You'll notice the comment on here about the very clean up move supported by the pros. I'm going to zoom in one touch here, and you see when this rise happens that each bar is closing higher, bit of a pause there, higher, and there's never a move down really. And this shows that the professionals are supporting the price as this moves up. Once it comes up here, this big bar tells you that that's the final push, and that's as far as it's going to go. Often you'll see high volume in this area where they are selling out. So they've sold out, comes down here, has some house cleaning, and then off we go down. This would be the aggressive entry that I would take up here, just putting an 886 with the 127 above there. But a more conservative entry, you look for a sign that the market's weak and it's going to drop. And you'll see I've put a box here saying support removed, because after this point here, the big money just pulls out, things go very flat. You see there it's very flat, other than this one spike up, which let me just get my crosshair on. If I remember correctly, this one spike up is on this up move here, and then immediately that reverses back down. So that there is showing a sign of no demand. There's another one of those shortly afterwards. Here you see there's an up bar, low volume, instantly back down, and I think that closes below the low of this candle, and from that point on, that's it, off it goes. Target on this would have been, well, you can see this is pretty much a bat shape here, so my target would have been down the 886 down here. There's a couple of other reasons I'd have had a target down there, but I've realized that I can't put that on YouTube because I've read the terms and conditions of a little tutorial I'm reading, and I get myself in trouble. Anyway, but I can tell you it's the WRB WBR wide range bars, yeah. Ooh, late again, I guess. Yeah, so let's go down to, was it 15 minute or 5 minute? I thought you could maybe see this a bit clearer with the over to this side here. Maybe it was 5 minute I was looking at. Bear with me as I once again clunkily navigate through this. So here was the 886 I was talking about. So very definite down move, and it comes up, and then when you have the top here, you see there's almost these tweezers, and the first one goes up. I'll put my crosshair on again, remind myself I'm talking about the right thing. Yeah, so we have we've got some missing volume bars. That's peculiar. Anyway, up and then straight back down, and then there's an up move here on very low volume, which tells you that there's no real interest in higher prices there. And then we go off down, comes back here, and you see it doesn't get back really into this range again, and off it goes. That's very easy in hindsight, but it's good to see how things are moving and how the supply is up here, and no one's really interested right then in prices going higher. You probably see here as well, when the retrace here happens, that volume is dropping, it's lower there, so there's a good chance with this strong move that this little retrace is not going to be the top. There's no real signs of there's a couple of signs of weakness there you could get sucked in by, but that's just a retrace before it goes up. Zoom out, and what was I going to also have a look at? I think it was the previous move before that. Yeah, this move here. This here, from this initial high, the left shoulder, I believe this doesn't go much past the 127 extension. So if you had taken this to be the top and had decided to use the 886 retrace as an entry, you see it doesn't go up to the 127 there. So if your entry had been in here somewhere, thinking that this was the absolute top because of this high volume coming up in here, you'd actually been okay. You'd still be in this trade to the short side. For good or for bad, we shall see. Yeah, and also I noticed that on dollar CAD there's the same shape happening on dollar CAD, but on the 15-minute chart. But in its case, it does spike just above the 127, which could be a fact of the higher volatility of the dollar CAD compared to the euro dollar. I don't know so much about that, but I guess that's why people call it the loonie. Anyway, I've been yapping on for far too long already, so I guess I'll call it quits there. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye.